a little late on that. Sorry. I was trying to come in right when that first kick hits. Totally missed it. Anyways, what's going on, my whatever Indians? Welcome to the show. Let's keep the intro screen on, all right? The intro's still going, still rolling. Today, what are we talking about today? We're talking about a lot of things. Oh, every time I click off, it switches. Could we change that? There, what? What? Okay, nope. Do this. Then do that. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm still figuring things out. It's podcast number 17. Let's get the energy up. You know, I'm gonna be here talking for a while. That's what podcasts are. You people sit down and they talk for a while. Not everybody's into that, which is why I started doing the highlights. One of the reasons I started doing highlights. Anyways, this week we're talking about. I still haven't gotten to that. This week we're talking about 8chan, dumb tweets, nasty feet, Google VR Street View, and a top 50 rappers list, and much more. I just wanted to give you the weirdest things we're going to be talking about. Don't mind the band-aid on my finger. I burned myself at work. It's okay. It happens all the time. I'm used to it. I had a huge bubble blister on my thing right here, and it bursted all of a sudden. I don't know when or where. I just remember it was like I saw the bubble. Couple hours later, I looked, and because it felt weird, I looked, and it was popped, and it was like wet and moist and fleshy, and I was like, oh god. So I had to clean it out and get a band-aid. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about, this music a little distracting. I want to talk about what's considered fair use. Because if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I kind of complained about my last podcast a little bit because it got claimed by these motherfuckers. Viral hog, okay? Listen, I'm a small channel. Nobody wants to claim my videos. Nobody cares to claim my videos. I don't really make any money anyway. These motherfuckers at Viral Hog have claimed every single video of mine that is claimed by Viral Hog. Like back when I used to do the show where I like reviewed videos and stuff, they would claim that shit all the fucking time. And I'm just like, oh my god, leave me alone. I'm just reviewing your video. It's clearly so, you know, and I was like, is this fair use? And anyway, in my last podcast, my main complaint was just the fact that, you know, it was like 48 minutes or something. And there's like a 5-minute segment of me showing that it was the video of the Disneyland fight that I showed last week or couple weeks ago. And it's so stupid how a 48-minute video can get claimed for a little 5-minute segment of me showing theirs and talking about it and reacting to it. So I tweeted about it on Twitter. I was like, you know, isn't this stupid? Isn't this fair use? Couldn't I fight this in court if I wanted to? I don't make enough money to, you know? And that's probably why these motherfuckers at Viral Hog keep claiming my stuff, because they know I'm not gonna fight them in court. What am I gonna do? Fucking waste way more money than I would ever make from that video, taking them to court to get the claim off. It's not even worth it, and they know that. So anyway, Cam from Video Game Rap Battles actually responded to the tweet, and he ended up messaging me and kind of telling me, you know, exactly why my situation may not win in court. You know, that's the confusing part about fair use, is there's no set rules. There's no set laws. Like, the laws are so vague. It's literally a court of law thing. You have to, you know, and I guess, so I have this video here that I was going to show a little bit of. But in the description, he says, even if the copyrighted material you use in your YouTube video falls under fair use, you can still get into a lot of copyright issues and difficulties. The only entity that can determine if your use of copyrighted material falls under fair use or not is a court of law. YouTube doesn't make any judgment calls on fair use. They only give the copyright holders the ability to find their material on YouTube through Content ID and determine what they want to do with that using their material. So basically, people can just abuse the fuck out of this. YouTube has no say in like, no, that's fair use. Don't claim that. YouTube has no say in that. That's why I was so upset, because I disputed it. I was like, I sent them a long thing about why I thought it was fair use, and a day later, it was like, nope, they didn't. Viral Hog didn't accept my claim. I'm like, well, why do they have the power to do that? Apparently, that's the rules. They can just fucking, I don't know. It's stupid. Anyway, so then I was watching this video, and everything this guy talks about, video creators here, everything this guy talks about seems like my podcast should be considered fair use. I don't want. So first of all, here's what it says in the actual law, I guess. In determining whether the use made of a work in any particular case is a fair use, the factors to be considered shall include: 1. The purpose and character of the use, including whether such use is of a commercial nature or is for nonprofit educational purposes. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess I was educational with the way I was sharing it, right? I was teaching you about, how to not act in Disneyland. And maybe I should have made that more clear, that was the point I was trying to make. The nature of the copyrighted work couldn't be more vague than that. The amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. That is a big part. And I will say, once again, my podcast was 48 minutes about multiple news segments and showing different videos and stuff. And I talked about them for I showed their video for like 5 minutes. Not even the whole thing. I started talking over the audio because I thought the video was too violent for YouTube. So I took it off. And then finally, the effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Yeah, well, I guess that's where React videos kind of don't fall under fair use, and that's what Cam was telling me on Twitter. He's like, most React videos can get claimed, and you can't. That's not fair use. It won't be considered fair use because you're basically showing all of their work, and all you're adding to it is a reaction. And I think a big part of fair use is how much originality are you adding. If you're just reacting to somebody else's video, your video is mostly just their video. Like, your audience can get the gist of the original content from your video, and that's taking away from the original video. So I get that. Still think it's really stupid that YouTube doesn't have any say in what's considered fair use, and fucking people can just abuse the fuck out of that. And 2, if I have a fucking hour-long podcast where not even a tenth of it is showing copyrighted material, don't you think that's I don't know. I don't know. Who knows if I would win in court. Cam says I wouldn't. I wasn't done with this video. I wanted to show some of the points he was making. Right. Use mostly original content. Recommends 70 to 30. That's actually a big portion. So he's saying that 30% of your video could be copyrighted material. 70% could be would be your work with it, which is actually, again, that's a big portion. It's definitely a lot more than what that video was to my podcast. Cite multiple sources. That didn't really fall. I mean, I did cite the source. I was literally just on the YouTube, like I'm on the YouTube page right now, showing you where I'm getting this video from. Like, doesn't get any more being clear about where my source is. give proper credit. I mean, again, it was clearly somebody else's video, and I was showing where I was getting it from. So this is what I'm saying. All the points he was making, like, I feel like my podcast would fall under. Was there a third point? Oh no, it's only three rules. I don't know. It's, you know, and it's not even worth getting worried about. Like, again, like I said, I don't really make any money anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. But like, it's just, it's stupid that if I was making money, that's something I would have to worry about. Is, you know, and it's a huge problem for big YouTubers right now. You know, their fucking living comes from making YouTube videos, and they don't know if their whole video is going to get claimed for some stupid reason that, you know, I don't know. I guess if it's a big video, or if you're a big channel, it makes companies more scared, because, you know, you're obviously more willing to fight them in court if you're fucking making a living from it. But obviously, I'm a target. You'd think I wouldn't be a target because I'm such a small channel, but in fact, that actually makes me more of a target because they know I'm not going to fight them in court. Stupid. Okay. Anyway, I had this next slide. I had moved this next slide of the next topic I was going to talk about right after this because I had a way that I was going to segue it, and I don't remember how I was going to segue it at all. So I apologize for this terrible segue, but back to some news. Dumb tweets. The Neil deGrasse Tyson tweet. Okay, can we talk about that? So all you guys know about the recent shooting in El Paso or whatever. It's unfortunate, you know, all these fucking shootings. It's insane, you know, and it's a recent thing. And I think it's a problem that can be fixed. Much easier to fix than some of these things that Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson pointed out, which was, well, so he said, in the past 48 hours, the USA... I'm trying to compensate for the audio listeners. These podcasts are on iTunes and SoundCloud, again. So, you know, when I'm showing things, I'm trying to... So I'm sorry for the video watchers that are like, why are you spending time reading this? We can see it. The audio listeners can't. Sorry. In the past 48 hours, the USA horrifically lost 34 people to mass shootings. On average, across any 48 hours, we also lose 500 medical errors, 300 to the flu, 250 to suicide. Whoops. 200 to car accidents, 40 to homicide via handguns. Often our emotions respond more to speculate than data. He got a huge backlash from that. I mean, I feel like the more common ways to die are worried about less because it's harder to fix. It's harder for us to overcome. It's been a problem for a long time. I feel like the shootings is more of a direct, recent problem, you know, with changing laws, maybe. I don't know. That's what I think. And, you know, I get the point he was trying to make, too, in, you know, because then he posted an apology, which, first of all, never fucking do that. I'm sorry. You know, not everybody's perfect. Sometimes, you know, you might tweet something that, I don't know. Stick to your word, basically. It's makes you seem so much weaker when you apologize for it. Like, you tweeted that. If you tweeted that, you must have meant it. You know? If you need to clarify what you meant, okay. But don't apologize for it, because that just seems so weak. Anyway, so I'm just gonna read his apology. Yes, so this is what he said on I don't know what he said this on, actually. I guess on Facebook. This is the page. No, notes. This is a note on Neil deGrasse Tyson's Facebook. Yesterday, a tweet I posted in reaction to the horrific mass shootings in America over the previous 48 hours, killing 34 people, spawned mixed and highly critical responses. If you missed it, I offered a short list of largely preventable causes of death along with their average 2-day death toll in the United States. They significantly exceeded the death toll from the 2 days of mass shootings, including the number of people who on average die from handgun homicides every 2 weeks. Basically, where did he say my intent was to offer objectively true information that might help shape conversations and reactions to preventable ways we die. Where I miscalculated was that I genuinely believed the tweet would be helpful to anyone trying to save lives in America. What I learned from the range of reactions is that for many people, some information, my tweet in particular, can be true but unhelpful, especially at a time when many people are either still in shock or trying to heal, or both. Yeah. This shit just happened, bro. What are you fucking... Oh, we don't have to worry about that death. These fucking incurable, or, you know, not incurable, but much harder to stop ways to die. You know, more people die from that, so we should focus on fixing that. I don't know. It's stupid. And then fucking Trump said something about violent video games being the reason for all this. I don't know, man. You know, and I don't want to get political. You know, I kind of agreed with myself that I wouldn't try to get too political on the podcast for multiple reasons. But fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. If he gets reelected, I'm moving. I'm leaving the United States. I'm going to Mexico. Oh no, I'm going to Canada. That's what people were saying when he got elected in 2016. And then relating to those shootings, 8chan, the website, if you don't know, it's kind of like 4chan. If you don't know what that is, it's the dark side of the web, basically. And so, I learned that the owner of 8chan came up with the idea while he was on shrooms. He wanted a free speech alternative to 4chan. So he, you know, like, no restrictions. You can talk about, like, people talk about suicides and horrific things. Very openly on this website. You know, he wanted a site where any legal speech was welcome, no matter how fucking terrible. Let's see. The recent shooting in El Paso was... Sorry, I just got a text. What does it say? Oh. The recent shooting in El Paso was the third shooting that was pre-announced on 8chan. Yeah, so... Sorry, I forgot where I was going with that. The shootings... Three of the fucking crazy shootings that happened was posted on 8chan ahead of time. Like, straight up said what they were gonna do on the website. And this is the third one, and people are like freaking out about it. People are like, oh, this website needs to be taken down immediately. Like, this is not okay. And I don't know if we should take the website down, because maybe we can learn from it. You know, maybe when people post something like that, we can take it a little more seriously or prepare for it. I don't know. I mean, I guess you don't know if people are being truthful or not. Like, I'm sure there's other posts that are like, oh, I'm going to shoot it up, and then it never happens. But I don't know. They want to take the website down. I think it is down. I don't know. I tried going to it the other day, and I couldn't. So, whoops, sorry. I have this fucking automatic scene changer in OBS, and it's, as you can see, I'm struggling with it a little bit. So, yeah, I don't think 8chan should be shut down. What do you think? Let me know in the live chat, which I'm going to start doing, interacting with you guys in the live chat during the premiering. It's not actually live. You realize that, right? It's just premiering. Anyway, I didn't want to talk about this too much, but, you know, while I was looking for news articles to talk about, I saw this motherfucker, and we don't really talk about sports on here, but the football team, the Raiders, wide receiver, hasn't been able to train because of a foot injury and he shared this fucking picture, and I was just like scrolling, like looking for something to talk about, and I saw this and I was like, oh my, what? How does that happen? Do you like never sit down? Are you just like constantly on your feet? Like, I mean, good for you, you're a hard worker, I guess, but fuck, that's nasty. This is, you know, and this is part of the reason I invite you to listen to the audio version of the podcast, because then you won't have to endure what I'm looking at. This is Antonio Brown from the Raiders, a wide receiver with fucking dry skin like a motherfucker peeling on the bottom of his feet. Absolutely disgusting. You may have already seen that picture. I don't know. I don't know why you would. I was just, you know, that happens to me on Facebook all the time too. You're just like innocently scrolling through your news feed, and all of a sudden, you know, you see, and you know, thankfully they have the new feature where it's like uncover this video, but you can't put that in my face and expect me not to fucking uncover it. So I uncover it and I watch it, and I'm always traumatized. What was the one I saw recently? It was like giving birth or something. I don't know. It was like, yeah, it was intense. And now I'm following this Nature is Metal Instagram. That is horrific. It's so interesting though. It's so fat. My friend Alec, who's actually been on a challenge before. We did the Ghost Pepper challenge together. Or no, the Carolina Reaper challenge. And me and him send each other shit. Well, he sent me it first, and I was like, why is it so fascinating? He's like, I know, right? So we just been sending each other back and forth. And it's like gruesome pictures of like fucking just mangled animals. But like, you know, it's nature shit. Not like, you know, I mean, there were some like human torture ones, but it's mostly like, you know, bear attacks fucking. I saw 2 bears attack each other. That was wild. Anyway, so we're about 22 minutes in here. Fuck, I keep clicking on OBS and it goes back to the intro. Maybe I shouldn't have it do that. Anyways, I want to promote my merch at nathan.spreadshirt.com. Remember that, nathan.spreadshirt.com. I didn't create a lower third to promote this, so maybe I'll have something pop up in the corner over here. You can buy mugs, you can buy t-shirts. I don't have the mug up here, it's actually down, it's actually on the hay set now, but yeah, go buy it. I don't know, there's often like discount codes you can use. Like it'll show you at the top of the Spreadshirt website, you can use like a discount code and get 20% off or free shipping or something. They always got stuff going on. So, you know, definitely check it out once in a while. I do plan on having new merch soon. I did ask people to create me some designs. I got a couple that were actually pretty dope. So I do plan on doing that soon and creating some more for you guys. Let me know if there's anything, like I know I have a limited amount of like phone cases. If you have a phone that's not supported on there, let me know. I'll try to see if I can make a phone case specifically for you. There's pins, I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff on there, but I've been actually looking at a couple more different websites. Like there's like Redbubble or something, and they have a lot more like products to sell, like not just t-shirts and mugs and hoodies. Like Spreadshirt has a very limited amount of things, and they have a lot of things that you can't even put pictures on, which I think is really stupid. You can only like change the color and put text on it, but you can't like upload it, a logo or an image, which I don't know why they should change that. But Redbubble has like fucking everything, posters, and like Spreadshirt doesn't even have posters, you know. They got anything you can think of that you might want to put a logo onto and have people buy, you can create at redbubble.com. That's not a sponsor. This is supposed to be a sponsor for Nathan.spreadshirt.com. Remember that. Go to that. It's easy. I was pretty early signing up for that website because now it's fucking, imagine like Nathan.spreadshirt.com. Like your username is before the first dot. It's just Nathan. Like I think that's pretty dope. I don't know. Be jealous? Okay, anyway. Wow, I really need... This is why I posted on Twitter that I need a co-host. Because I feel so, dry and, like there's nobody responding to anything I'm saying. I'm just supposed to expect a reaction through the camera, which it's a lot harder to react to a video than it is to somebody live talking, which is why I want to have somebody co-host. I actually had somebody that I might have on the show, so stay tuned for that soon. But we're gonna keep going. Rapper Young Miami was recently nearly shot in a drive-by shooting in Florida, just as she was leaving her recording studio. Young Miami is one half of the duo of City Girls, which I was surprised when I read that because I thought City Girls was one person. I mean, it makes sense that girls would be multiple people. I'm just really stupid. I thought it was one rapper. What's that song she has? They have City Girls. Their hit song. I know they got the one with Cardi B. I don't know. My girlfriend loves that song. Anyway, she was leaving her recording studio late at night the other night, and multiple shots were fired. Apparently took out a spare tire that she had, which, by the way, if you're a rapper that's working with Cardi B, the fuck you got a spare tire for? Are you kidding me? How do you not have enough money to just let me just buy another car? Like, you get a flat and you get out of your car, you're like, listen, I need to buy a new car right now and I need it delivered to me immediately where I'm at. Done. Like, if you got a good manager, done. They'll get you a car. And this is apparently just days after Kodak Black put out a new track from jail. How do you put a track out while you're in jail? How does that work? You fucking you got your recording manager come in to the glass thing, and you each get on the phone. He's like, all right, I got my phone recording you right now, and he raps through the phone. Is that how that works? No, I'm kidding. He probably already had it recorded and somebody else put it out in his favor. Which I don't know how I feel about people doing that after people die. Maybe we can get it a little deeper into that. The Michael Jackson Escape album, if y'all haven't heard that, definitely check that out. That was actually really good. They had a hip-hop producer take unreleased in newer and older Michael Jackson vocals and put it to hip-hop beats. Crazy. It's super good. But it was after he died, and it was made by people that worked with him. I actually watched the documentary on it, and they were like, well, they're like, we could feel his presence. We could feel him be like, no, that doesn't work. And yeah, hit that harder. Hit the bass harder on that, saying these things. And it's like, do you really know him that well? Or, poor guy, you might be ruining his legacy. I think that's the thing I mainly have a problem with. People ruining artists' legacies because they keep releasing shit after they die that they wouldn't have released. Anyway, some of the lyrics from that Kodak Black track, I like that. Kodak Black track. Some of that lyrics from that Kodak Black track. He said, and I bought Young Miami a ring. She wanted 808 baby. She wanted the 808 Mafia baby. When I see her, I'ma hit that bitch in her stomach. Oh, while she's pregnant with your baby? That's fucked up. That's not right. So anyway, Young Miami is okay. It's all right. Hopefully she will continue to be okay. And we don't have to worry about that. Next up, Google is launching the beta version of AR walking directions for Google Maps. For those of you that don't know AR, that would be an abbreviation for augmented reality. It actually looks really dope. So you can basically walk. You know, you ever like go to a city and you got to use maps while you're walking? You can hold up your phone and you can see like giant animated like arrows pointing you to go down the right street. And I guess there's even going to be like advertisements pop up when you like aim your camera at a business or like at a McDonald's or something, like a little ad will pop up right next to it on the building. Like it looks crazy. There's this video I have right here that I can preview, and they even created this little animated fox that can like lead you. Hold on.
Teams have been of the you open
look at that. Look at that. What? That's. Look how happy. Is this? This is clearly like China Google from China. Oh no, never mind. Just fucking. I saw like 3 Chinese guys. I'm like, oh yeah, this is in China. Wow, I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
You instantly know where you are. No futzing with the phone. You all the information.
How does that? I don't get how that works. That's so fascinating to me. Look at this.
Nearby places, so you see what's around you.
You can see the ratings right on the building.
And just for fun,
I could see this like turning into, you know, this is going to turn into a thing that you can put in the VR goggles. Oh, this is AR. Yeah. Well, so, you know, they have the, I actually saw this virtual reality / augmented reality goggles. It was like you could put it on and you can remove the back so you can use your camera phone while your phone's up to your eyes. And I can see this turning into that. We're going to fucking turn into robots, guys. We're gonna be constantly tapped online. I mean, think about that. You could put your phone in your VR goggles. Well, it's got the AR Google Maps, and you can see the ratings of all the places just in your fucking vision. You can see the arrows telling you where to go. You can follow this little fox to show you the way. By the way, how the hell? Like, look at this.
Show you the way.
How does this animation go behind this corner right here? How does it know depth? How does it have, like, you know what I mean? How the fuck? How is it not just going over the whole build? You know how that happens when you try to use like your little Bitmoji in the Snapchat AR, where like your little character is not gonna go behind something. It's just gonna stay in front of it. And it's going to be confused of where the floor is. How the fuck did it know to go behind that corner there? Have they really gotten that advanced? I guess the new cameras can kind of measure depth, right? It's kind of the whole, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just animated for the trailer and it's not actually that cool in the actual app.
Oh,
well, I mean, this is clearly animated. This isn't what the actual app is going to look like. So, I don't know. The beta version... Well, this video is from 2018, but the beta version is officially launching. I don't know when the full thing is going to come out. But I thought that was really cool. Another new techie thing coming out. Samsung Galaxy Note 10. The big-ass fucking Galaxy phones. Which they have a... I thought the Note 10 was already big, but apparently they have a Note 10 and a Note 10 Plus. Which, you know, I'm more of an iPhone person, so I don't know a lot about this. But what I did read was that the Galaxy Note 10 might be the first official phone that's actually just better than the newer. Like, I feel like Samsung is really picking up. They're getting better than iPhones. iPhones, I feel like, are moving so fucking slowly. I don't think, I get a new iPhone every 2 years normally, and from what I hear, the iPhone's not really going to update that much this year, so I don't know if I'm even going to upgrade, Might as well just finish paying off the phone and just not have to worry about paying for a phone for a while. But apparently the Note 10 has a larger AMOLED display than the iPhone. I was explained what exactly AMOLED meant. I kind of forget. I was at a Best Buy and I was looking at some of the really dope TVs, and this guy was telling us about the AMOLED display and everything. And it's funny because it's like we're just looking around, wow, that looks really cool, and he's like genuinely trying to sell this hard, and it's like, bro, there's nothing you can tell me about this TV that's gonna make me even consider trying to buy it. It was like fucking, I don't know, $1,500 for a TV, and I was like, and he's trying so hard. I'm like, dude, it is dope, and I am very fascinated by it, but please, I don't need it. I don't want it. Anyways, the Note 10 is also cheaper than the iPhone. Starts at $949 for the lowest model, which I think the iPhone starts at easily $999 at least, right? And I think it only goes up to $1,200 for the best model of the Note 10. And you can wirelessly charge each other's devices, so you can actually take two phones, put the backs to each other, and charge them. That's really dope. I thought I heard rumors about the iPhone doing that, but so far they haven't. Samsung's already on top of that. You're like, hey, what's your phone at? Hey, my phone's at 90%. Oh, my phone's at 10%. You wanna kiss our phones a little bit? Yeah, sure. I don't know why I had to make it weird, but it's also got 3 cameras with no camera bump. Okay, let me show you a rumored picture of the iPhone 11. Okay, what the fuck is that? What is that? It looks like a one-eyed Wally, a mini one-eyed Wally. You know, the robot movie. Like, what the? Why put the cameras that way? Like, all this open space in here, that bothers me so much. Like, people already complain about the stupid camera bump that you have, but you're just gonna make it bigger to make it look like a fucking one-eyed robot? Ridiculous. Look at this. You'd think this was an ad for the Galaxy Note 10. No, it is not. Just look at it. The little pinhole thing, I love that. I wish iPhone would do that. Have a little pinhole camera instead of this stupid whole ass notch. And the cameras, look at that, all in a line. Fucking makes sense to me. In a straight fucking line. Fucking, what's this shit? Stupid. I don't know. I might, if I ever switch to a Samsung just to try it out for a while, I'll definitely record that process, get that process on the internet. Not that process, but the experience on the internet. Okay, next, completely off topic. Last week we talked about Burger King's tacos and how garbage it was. Well, now Burger King has come out with something that I actually very much enjoyed. The Impossible Whopper. I was at BK the other day, and I saw on their menu that they were promoting this wonderful, wonderful Impossible Burger. It looked so delicious that I had to pick it out. I'm such an ad whore. Like, whatever the new thing is that they're promoting, that's what I want. That's what I want to try. You know? Fucking, if you advertise for it, you make it sound good, you got me. Let's try it. So anyway, I get home And I didn't really, I was like, what does that even mean? Impossible Whopper? Impossibly good? Is that what that means? I don't know. So I got home and I noticed that the package on it said 100% Whopper and 0% beef. I was like, the fuck? What is this shit? What is Whopper? I thought I was like fucking hoaxed into buying the worst burger that they have. They're like, oh, we're so good at artificially creating meat that there's 0% meat in this burger. It's all artificial fucking offage of I don't know. I was like, what? And this was as I was taking a bite of it. So it was already too late. I was like, what the fuck? So I had to look it up. And it said it was plant-based. It actually literally said it was made from plants. I was like, what kind of plants? Like literally just said made 100% Whopper, made from plants. Okay. Artificial plants or what's going on? I don't know. Either way, it was actually really good. It didn't like, you know how like McDonald's, everything you get from McDonald's fucking tastes the same. It tastes like McDonald's smells. You know what I mean? This burger actually surprised me. It did not taste like a Burger King burger. Like it tasted, I don't know. It was definitely something different, and it threw me off for a second in the first bite. I was definitely like, I don't know about this. It doesn't really even taste like Burger King. But I was like, but it's something new. It's something different. And I started to appreciate it. I don't know. I think people need to appreciate the new things in life more often. I feel like we get too caught up in how things were in the past, and you dwell on it and you're like, oh well. It's like, no, you got to look at what's better now, why things are better now. And I think you'd be much happier with life. You think this was a therapeutic podcast with the way I talk sometimes, and you know what, maybe it can be. Maybe I should start promoting it as therapy, hip hop, and tech talk. That's the new tagline for the podcast. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna stop being retarded, and now we're gonna talk about the new Dora Explorer live movie that we didn't fucking need. Live action movie that we didn't fucking need. Last week we talked a lot about the Disney remakes of old stuff and making it live action and how stupid and pointless it is. Well, Nickelodeon has created this live action remake of Dora the Explorer, and I don't know, it looks alright. One thing that very much disappoints me is the Boots. Boots is my fucking favorite. I used to watch Dora the Explorer all the time when I was a kid. But look at this Boots that they tried to animate. Look at, look how, that looks so fake. Look at his, part of his arm looks like it's going over the bag. Oh my god, did you see that? He looks like
this monkey.
Look, did you even see? Hold on, why does it go back so far? He doesn't even have boots! Where does it show it? Oh, I guess you can't really tell him that. I don't know, I need to mute this in case it's copyrighted. But, I don't know, it looks pretty cool. It honestly looks, I don't know if I could watch a Nickelodeon movie today, though. It would be too corny. And I saw some of the reviews that said it, a lot of the acting was, Nickelodeon acting. Not surprised there, but I don't know. It looks like an adventure. I wouldn't watch it, and not even necessarily because I'm too old. I don't care about that. Like, I'll fucking watch. I was watching SpongeBob the other day. I don't care. I love fucking SpongeBob, but not Dora the Explorer. Not alive. That's weird. It doesn't deserve to be live action. When something is animated, please keep it animated. Anyway, finally, we are down to the final and and favorite topic, the final and last topic that I've been waiting for, which is discussing the top 50 rappers of all time list that this guy posted on Twitter. This dude El Viaggio Ebro tweeted out this list of the top 50 rappers of all time. This handwritten list, by the way. He had to acknowledge that it was handwritten, and that's part of the reason it makes it so special. Nobody handwrites things anymore. And I think it's important to note this little thing that he added. Rhyming and wordplay, clarity, creativity and presence, cultural impact and success, time being relevant, and classic albums are all factors to these rankings. And so, I was looking at it, and I, reading a lot of the replies, and honestly, this is not a bad list at all. It's a pretty solid list, to be honest with you. Couple things I would change. One, if you know me, I'd make Eminem a little higher. Maybe not even in the top 3, probably top 5 somewhere. Who else? Big Daddy Kane. I would definitely move him higher. He's a fucking... I listened to him for a while. I studied him for a while. His fucking flows and schemes are crazy. I don't know. I'm just a personal huge fan of that. Lil Wayne. There's a lot of people complained about Lil Wayne being under Nicki and under Drake. That's definitely not okay. I'm sorry. Drake can rap. A lot of these artists like Drake and fucking Nicki and Lil Wayne, all those people think about like the pop side of those guys, and they're like, they can't even rap, but they can. If you listen to their rapidy rap shit, they can fucking rap. And I can tell you right now, Lil Wayne deserves to be above both of them. Nicki versus Drake though, wow, that's a hard question. Nicki versus Drake. I guess Drake would be first. I don't even know if... Does Nicki... I think... Well... No, Nicki takes pride in writing her shit. I do think she writes her shit. I'd move 50 Cent higher. I'm a huge fan of 50 Cent. Is there anybody I don't really... Kanye West, he can stay at 50, but... No, honestly, I would move him higher. But with the... recent negativity going around with his name... I think that's what moved him way down there, and I can appreciate that. Man, it's a pretty solid list. Tupac should also definitely be higher, I think. And I would probably, just because I'm only 20 years old, so I wasn't around for a lot of these, 90s guys or even 80s, but I moved Kendrick and J. Cole probably up in the top 5 of all time. Yeah, I guess I would. Well, I'd move. All right. Fuck, it's hard. I would probably move Jay-Z. Jay-Z be killing shit. I think he deserves to be number 1. He's been killing shit for years. He always is at the forefront of the discussion when he releases shit. So I do think Big had a big impact, and unfortunately he wasn't around for long enough, but the entire time he was around, he was definitely big. So, man. All right, my top 10 would be Eminem in no specific order. In fact, let me start up here. Jay-Z, Big, Nas. Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Kendrick, Cole, Tupac, yeah, Rakim, M. I don't know some of these guys enough. Like, I recognize all their names, but I haven't heard a lot of their stuff. I guess I put Big Daddy Kane up there. LL Cool J, it's getting hard now. Lil Wayne, I put up there. Lil Wayne in the top 10. Man, if Kanye West hadn't fucking, if Kanye West wasn't so stupid, just ignoring that part of Kanye West, ignoring how fucking stupid he is and how much bad flack he's gotten for all the stupid shit he said, his music has made a huge impact, and I think just for that sake, I would put him in the I would put him in the top 10. I mean, I don't know. Again, we're talking about these factors, and I don't know if he's really that lyrical. You know, he's more about making hits, about making bangers. You know, I don't know. That would be my top 10. Again, definitely the fact that I'm a very late 90s, basically call me 2000s baby. You know, I would pick obviously some of the newer people, but I like Andre 3000, KRS-One. Like, I know those are huge people, but like they're just older. I just don't know them enough. What else did I have on here? A lot of people were complaining about Nicki being on this list at all, and I highly disagree with that. I'm a huge Nicki fan, so that probably, you know, alters the opinion a little bit, but anyways, I think it's a pretty solid list. Let me know, what's your top 10, what's your top 5, what's your top 3, whatever you can come up with. Please let me know in the live chat. Let's talk about it. You know, can a live chat keep going after a podcast is over? I don't know if it can. So yes, this podcast is about to be over. But anyway, let's, you know, obviously this kind of sucks that we're not live. I can't talk about what you guys are saying right now, but you know, I'll be talking to you in the live chat. Hopefully. What's today? Today is Friday. So yeah, I should be good. I should be there. If I'm not, I apologize, and I will respond to many of these comments later on. Okay, anyway, that's enough. That's enough for this week's podcast. I want to thank you for listening and watching if you are here on YouTube. And if you are here on YouTube, you can click the rectangle for more videos like this one. You can click the square to support the show and buy some whatever entertainment merch. And you can click the circle to subscribe to be notified for more content like this. And I will see you guys in just a few days.